The weapon psychotronic emits a radiation that uses your life frequency, or call also of the brain, which induces attacks the cardiac membrane and attacks directly your vital organs, causes epilepsy among other things. This machine pulls information from your DNA, astral memory and plays with your unconscious and subconscious, torturing you with electric shock in the process. In some cases get old, rape sexually, etc. More information you can see it in ViacTech, YouTube and Google. This book was created as a voice of all those tortured, since they feel everything what they do, how they plan, and feel to your victimizer at the distance when something comes closer to something electronic. Many of the victims do not endure torture and commit suicide.
Hi, my name is Christina. I am a character in the book A World Hidden and I come to present my story. This begins when they use a psychotronic machine in me, with all its variants. The torture is continuous. They caused me a loss of pregnancy. At first I did not know what it was. I thought they were telepaths and I was already used to them by experiences of girl and adolescence, so they could not play with my mind as they wanted. One day one of them talked about a decree, and I remembered about the machine and its variants. What they had told me as a child. It was forbidden to use that machine and its variants on me. My frequency and that of my family was prohibited for millennia, signed in each war. This is what the decree that my stalkers discovered. I knew they were using the machine that my ancestors brought to this planet when it was not yet populated. He was a communicator, but through the millennia he had another use. They used it as a weapon before the annihilation of the reigning species in each period of time, before each millennial war between I Am and the Protective Cherub, also known as Los Bell. I implored them not to use it, they just laughed. They continued with the torture and forced me to remember more than they wanted. Its purpose was to create a weapons factory with the memories of my ancestor in my DNA, and their poor relatives continue to sell fragments of my soul, making them believe that they would gain powers over humans. Unfortunately, there are still naive people who believe it, and among them psychologists, doctors, lawyers, etc. I discovered something about me in all this, who I really am, what I should do, and I'm on my way to it. They claim to be reigning beings for their money, but they are not. I invite you to laugh with my anecdotes and enjoy with me in each process, which for them are victory, but they reminded me of the adventures of my ancestors, my legacy and what I am destined for. The victory is mine. They will indemnify government, I and my unconscious, and although my ancestors were dragons, rulers of this planet, I chose to serve the creator god of the universe, and his reward was better than to serve the hosts of the Protective Cherub as his second in command, an offer that refuses to. When I was 12 years old, she showed up in my room as a child, offering me jewelry and calling me at her service. In that period I was already a Christian, and although I did not know spiritual warfare, only prayed to our Father, he left and fell asleep.